welcome to the annual Gala Ball of the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you, Australia. Join me down the red carpet. I have with me the Honourable Fadi Zouki, OAM, President, Chairman of the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and newly appointed Lebanese Consul to Tasmania, a pilot, a lawyer. I can keep going. He is the man, the inspiration, the vision behind the Chamber of Commerce. Fadi, my first question to you is, our theme this year is Thank You, Australia. In your business and personal life, what opportunities has Australia given to you that you are thankful for?
Well, Australia has given me the best years of my life. Australia has given me home, security, economic stability, dreams, and not just dreams, but I actually lived my dreams in Australia. And most importantly, Australia encouraged me to maintain my nationality of origin, did not have to give that up either. So I had the privilege to wave the two flags in Australia and received respect for both countries.
And our Gala balls get bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Tell me, what are you most looking forward to at our Gala ball this year?
Well, I'm looking forward to celebrate, to enjoy, to wine and dine and dance the night away, but also, of course, to remember Lebanon and what it's going through, and remind people to also share the grief and the sorrows of the Lebanese people as we speak today.
Thank you so much, Fadi, for your time, and I hope you enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
I have with me Mr. Tony Latouf and his beautiful wife, Miss Nada Latouf. Tony, our theme this year is Thank You, Australia. Tell me, in business, what opportunities has Australia given to you?
Okay. Firstly, Australia is one of the best countries in the whole world, and Melbourne is the city of all cities. The Australian government and the systems and the opportunities for people who want to be successful, want to do something in life, Melbourne and the Australian government gives you a chance. From the systems, the manuals, the way the country operates, from that we meet good people and we network, and from that we own a company called Hair House and Australian Skin Clinic. We're the biggest hair and beauty companies in Australia, and we employ the most people in that industry, and we're very proud, and we're looking forward to people in Lebanon to join us and grow and be number one in the Australia as the Australian government helps us.
Thank you so much, Tony and Nada. I hope you have a fantastic evening.
Thank you for your beautiful interview.
Thank you. I have with me Mr. Anwar Hadid from Nash Trading. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Our theme this year is Thank You, Australia. Tell me a bit about how Australia has supported you in the import-export industry in your business.
Yeah, I would like first to thank Australia and then to thank the Australian Lebanese Chamber of Commerce. They have helped us a lot, and we are meat exporters for 25 years, and we consider Australia as our first and Lebanon as our first country. So we are very proud to be exporting this good quality of meat to all the Middle East area, not only to Lebanon, but to the Middle East area. And we are really very, very thankful to all the facilities Australia is offering us, as well as the Middle East countries, And I would like to thank all the organizers and all of you and for this opportunity,
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have with me two of the executive directors of the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry and also the founding directors of the Business Women's Group of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bernadette Khoury and Rosanna Bainey. Rosanna, I'll ask you a question first. My question to you is, the Chamber is very diverse in its ability to bring Lebanon and Australia together and connect them. In your time with the Chamber, what stands out most to you with regards to its accomplishments?
As you know, Celine, the Lebanese community, whether you're here in Australia or abroad, are very welcoming of different backgrounds. Now, we encourage cultural diversity. As a former commissioner for the state government, I've always been in favour of not just the Lebanese doing what they do from a cultural perspective, but participating in Victoria's life and being part of the Australian community. That's the most important thing, and the Chamber definitely does that, and we highlight that in a very big way. And of course, through our founding director of the Business Women's Group, our executive public officer, Bernadette Khoury, we've been very instrumental in ensuring that these things continue, not just for our generation, but for next generations through our young entrepreneurs, etc. So maybe Bernadette would like to say something about that.
Yes, now to Bernadette. Bernadette, you are a founding director of the Young Entrepreneurs and the Business Women's Group. With regards to the Business Women's Group, tell me the significance of empowered Middle Eastern women banding together and the purpose and the inspiration behind your vision for creating this group.
I think it's very important. Thank you, Celine, for that great question. I think it's really important that we're in such an amazing country that does offer so many wonderful opportunities. And I guess for a lot of Middle Eastern women, with respect, that not aware of these opportunities that are available to them, in particular with the business focus, that there is so much empowerment that we're actually providing to encourage women to actually get involved in business, small, major, or whatever it might be, that we're in such a lucky country, Australia, that allows so many wonderful ideas, your intentions, whether it's just to start from a small framework and perhaps with innovation, education, so much that we have so many opportunities in Australia, and so many women, I guess we're the platform, and we also enhance bilateral trade between Australia and Lebanon and beyond. And I think for the women, we are that link, that we are that bridge for them to provide networking and so many wonderful other opportunities.
Thank you so much, ladies, and I hope you have a great evening. I have with me Emily and Josh Williams, who are two of our performers this evening. We're so excited to have you here with us. Thank you so much. So my question to you this evening is, what are you most excited about, or what are you most looking forward to?
Honestly, for me, I'm just looking forward to having such a great night and just experiencing like a whole different, I guess, set of people that I'm not really used to. So for me, it's more of a learning thing than something exciting. I just want to learn and listen to all the stories that everybody's going to give me. And obviously to share the stage with my brother. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
And Josh, to ask you a different question, mix it up a little bit. Of what you know of the Middle Eastern community or the Lebanese community around Australia, what stands out to you most about their presence in Australia and the Australian community?
I think
their food.
I was going to say that, but I think just the family, the love. I see that there's just so much love within the Lebanese community, and it's kind of similar to our culture as well, because we are half Samoan, half Fijian. It's kind of similar in those sort of areas. You know what I mean? So,
and
yeah.
The other thing that I love about the Middle Eastern community is that, when you come in, you're already family. They're so welcoming.
It's so
Their arms
welcoming.
are always open. There's not one time you feel out of place or
No,
you feel awkward.
not
It's
at
just
all.
so it's really just kind of just stepping back into a family home, really. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we are so looking forward to seeing you perform this evening.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I I have with me Mr. Faraz Durrani, who is going to be our Master of Ceremonies this evening. I'll keep it brief because I do know you need to go in and prepare.
Yeah.
Tell me, when you got the phone call asking you to be the MC, what were your thoughts and what are you most looking forward to about the role this evening?
Well, I've been wanting to host this event for a while. So to receive the invitation, I was, absolutely enthralled, and it'd be my honour to be amongst all my peers and to celebrate excellence tonight, because what an amazing last 10 days it's been for the Lebanese people, right? Yeah, it's landed on the perfect week. Like, you can't time this any better, right?
Tell me, what are you most looking forward to this evening?
I'm looking forward towards the performances. I want to see all that. I'm looking forward for the dancing as well. Hopefully, giving people a good time and so they're not stressed out. But I'm looking forward to the dancing. That's to do my bit to welcome everyone.
Some dirty dancing?
Some dirty dancing. Some dirty dancing. Yes, maybe. You never know. It's the ALCCI. Anything can happen. Anything.
Well, thank you for us. We won't hold you any longer and we look forward to seeing you inside the ballroom.
Thank you, Celine.
I have with me the Honourable Michael Sukkar MP, representing the Prime Minister of Australia. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Michael. You've become a bit of a landmark for these functions now. My question to you is, our theme this year is Thank You Australia, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of migrant stories, particularly Middle Eastern migrant stories. Of these stories, what significance has Australia had in being a catalyst of opportunity and success?
Well, it is wonderful to be here for the ALCCI Awards and representing the Prime Minister. I am here nearly every year, and they seem to get bigger and better every year. Look, there's no doubt that myself, coming from a Lebanese background, I've seen firsthand just what sort of opportunities that Australia has provided, to be honest, millions of migrants to this country. Opportunities for greater prosperity, greater opportunities for their children. And the wonderful thing about migrants to Australia is we tend to have a bit of entrepreneurial spirit. We tend to be very grateful for the wonderful country that we live in. And what you see overwhelmingly is, particularly I think what you'll see in this room tonight, are people who have grasped those opportunities. So in the process, improved their own lives, improved the lives of their families, but also contributed so much to our wonderful country.
Fantastic. I thank you so much for your time and your presence, and we will see you in the ballroom.
Tonight. Thanks so much.
I have with me Helen Reiser and Adam Samuel. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Having us.
So my first question will go to you, Helen. Yes. Tell me, when you first got the invitation, what were your first thoughts?
Wow, there's going to be a lot of colour tonight, and I love everything the Lebanese community does. I work with quite a lot through the Hashim brothers, and I just love the colour and excitement, and you put every effort into everything you do. And I heard a lot of good things about the ball, so I'm very excited.
Hopefully we live up to your expectations. Adam, my question to you is, our theme this year is Thank You Australia. Tell me, in your personal and in your business life, what are you most thankful to Australia for?
Well, I guess I'm most thankful. My grandparents came out from Egypt about just over 50 years ago. And my mum's side of the family survived World War II. So I'm thankful that Australia was open enough to accept my grandparents so I could, enjoy Australia and grow up in a peaceful and opportunistic country that I can experience what I can. So I'll be ever grateful for I guess, thank you Australia for allowing my grandparents from both Egypt and Europe to come to Australia.
Amazing. That's an amazing story. Well, thank you so much for your time and for joining us, and we will see you inside the ballroom.
Thank you. Dancing.
Thank you.
I have with me Mr. Kevin Sheedy, AO. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Tell me, over your years, what have you come to love most about the Lebanese people here in Australia?
Well, look, I've got a lot of friends that are Lebanese, and of course when I went to coach and start the Giants in Western Sydney, the first week I was introduced to falafels, and it was a very humorous sort of story between Melbourne and the Melbourne clubs that I coached, Essendon, and played at Richmond, that sort of thing. So I've got a lot of great Lebanese friends in Sydney. One of our sponsors of the Giants were Lebanese, and he put a lot of money in to build the Giants in Western Sydney, Joe Catter. And I think in the end, when I look back, the Lebanese friends I have are very passionate about their country.
And their football?
They are. They actually do love their AFL. So wherever we're going to go with this show, welcome from Australia to all the people in Lebanon and all the people in Australia. We're going to have a beautiful night here tonight. We've got a lot of different people from all over the world to celebrate the Australian Lebanese community.
Thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Bank of Sydney is the major sponsor of this event, and we're very, very, very proud to be associated, and I really want to say it's an honor to be appreciated to be involved in this event.
I have with me Miss Larissa Tachi, who is actually the winner of MasterChef Australia 2019. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My question to you firstly is, how does it feel being the youngest winner of MasterChef, and how does it feel having won for 2019?
Oh, it's crazy. I never expected something like this to happen before, so, winning MasterChef is one thing, but then being titled as the youngest winner ever of MasterChef is a whole new thing. So it's become more of it's almost a political thing now, is that I represent not only being Lebanese, but also representing the younger population.
Definitely. And tell me, being Lebanese and having a Lebanese background and a Lebanese migrant story, I'm sure, somewhere in your lineage, what does the significance of having a Lebanese culture and having a Lebanese identity mean to you?
It means a lot. Obviously, representing the community, it's a very personal thing. I'm not a migrant myself, but my grandparents were. So I do understand the struggles and the challenges of having to move to a different country but then also make something of yourself as well. It's a really hard thing to do. So obviously, I love MasterChef is because they celebrate different cultures on the show. And I find that obviously we do have some misconceptions about our culture, especially in the media. And MasterChef does this amazing thing where they show that, Lebanese food, it's generous, it's love, it's warm, it's not violent. So I think that, having to represent that, having to tell the migrants in this country that you do belong here, and if you have a dream, you can pursue that.
Thank you so much for your time, and you're looking absolutely stunning, and I hope you enjoy your evening, and again, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
I have with me Mr. Ali Khadr, who is a founding director of the Australia-Lebanon Chamber of Commerce and Industry and also owner of Advanced Naturals. Thank you so much for being with us, Ali.
It's a pleasure, and always I'm admiring as well the achievement which ALCCI has been achieved during this year, and congratulations to all the directors, the founder and the existing directors now, for the great achievement. Always the unity between Lebanon, which in Lebanon, and the Lebanese around the world, which always it's a great achievement, whatever they are doing in Lebanon and abroad.
Amazing. And one last question for you. What are you most looking forward to this evening?
I'm looking forward to see the great friends which I have, which we have in gathering nearly every year, and to see the unity of the Lebanese, especially here in Australia, from Sydney, from Melbourne, from all the states, and of course the Lebanese, we have visitors from Lebanon directly. And especially this evening now, we have a special moment, what's going in Lebanon now. I would like to pass a great message to our Lebanese people in Lebanon, and they're doing the great changes in Lebanon, and I believe the new Lebanon now, it's the time to be born.
Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy yourself this evening. Thank you. I have Mr. Andrew Cumpston from DFAT with me. Tell me, Andrew, what are you most looking forward to this evening?
Well, actually, I met with Fadi yesterday, and we had a really interesting chat about what he's going to speak about tonight. So I'm actually quite interested to see the speeches, which I know is not the normal answer. So I'm looking forward to that. But the second thing is, I've been out of Australia for a few years, so I work for Foreign Affairs, on postings around the world, and I've come home to Melbourne. I'm a Melbourne boy by birth. Thank you, and it's great to be here, but I haven't been inside and it's great to come home. My last posting was a wonderful posting, but the Lebanese community was quite small. And, having grown up here, I've sort of grown up with Lebanese culture and Lebanese food as part of, even though I'm not Lebanese, it's always been part of, being a Melbourneite. And it's great to be back amongst, the sort of, it's not my family, but it's like my cousins. Do you know what I mean?
We're one big family here. You're welcome to the family.
Well, thank you. And I'm really looking forward to just celebrating this night with the Lebanese community.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoy yourself this evening.
Thank you very much.
The ALCCI, which was founded some years back, is a chamber of commerce that has got a lot of very professional people attached to it and great links into Lebanon. I am actually the chairperson of the Women's Committee, and we're a great group of professional businesswomen who also reach out and meet up with other chambers of commerce of women, and we link back to Lebanon with regard to all sorts of businesses. And we come from every walk of life.
They are an absolutely wonderful committee because they are helping the Australian Lebanese and the Lebanese in Lebanon. Fadi is to be commended, and Benedict is to be commended. And it's wonderful that you are giving them a little bit of life. They don't need any more exposure, but the more exposure they give them, the better it is. And I would like to see them grow into something much bigger and worldwide. Good tonight. It's a wonderful night. They always have something very special, and they are to be commended.
Thank you, Helen.
غرفة التجارة لبنان أستراليا طبعا إلى عدة سنوات بتشتغل بكل جهد وبكل حماس وبكل قوة على أساس أنه تقرب ما بين لبنان وأستراليا بكل المجالات الثقافية حتى، وبالإضافة إلى المجالات التجارية والبزنس وربط رجال الأعمال مع بعضهم. وكمان طبعا كلنا بنعرف أنه عملت أعمال مهمة جدا من مجيء رئيس الجمهورية السابق إلى أستراليا وغيرها الكثير دائما الوفود. أما بالنسبة عن السهرة الليلة، طبعا هيدي سهرة مهمة جدا، صارت حدث سنوي بتنطرها الجالية وبينطرها الكثير من السياسيين الأستراليين ورجال الأعمال والشخصيات البارزة. أكيد بنتمنى للغرفة ولرئيسها الأستاذ فادي الزوقي كل التوفيق، ولكل الأعضاء ولكل الجالية اللبنانية.